Ernal Foster of Hatteras talks about starting the Albatross charterboat fleet in 1937. Mr. Foster was interviewed in 1988 by Amy Glass for the Southern Oral History program. The Outer Banks Community Foundation provided funds to digitize the original recording.
I come home and got going, and I finally got my boat and got wrapped up in fishing carrying parties offshore. Well, that was slow going. The first summer, I finally got rigged up. I had 4 trips to the Gulf Stream, which was $100 for my boat.
Where'd you get? Did you?
I had it built.
You had it built.
Yeah, I got my lumber. Some of it come from Washington. My framing come from Washington. That cost me 3.5 cents a foot. I went up to Buffalo with Man's Harbor, got my planking. That cost me 4.5 cents a foot. That's what my lumber cost me. And the man who built, the man was going to build it in a house. He had a good summer of fishing, so he chased the bluefish all the way up Ocean City, up the coast. Him and another boat. They like to party, drinking and carrying on. They were having a lot of fun. And then he wouldn't build my boat, which I'm happy he didn't, because I got a boat I like better. And I tied my lumber down to Marshallburg. I went to 4 or 5 different yards, and the man charged me the most was one built my boat. Of course, I like his boats better than the work he done. So that's why I had my boat built in Marshallburg, because I told him what I wanted, and he didn't want to build my boat the way I wanted it. He said, I never built one. If I ruined the lumber, I said, well, it's my lumber. If you ruin it, I'm to blame for it, not you. So he built it. And then my boat got a lot of recognition all over the country. See, it's very well known, the Albatross.
Now, did you design the boat?
Well, pretty much. I didn't put nothing on paper. But see, there used to be boat builders. You had a Hatcher family of stairs with natural-born boat builders. And he had a stroke, so he couldn't build a boat for me, this man. So,
now, did you hear about this guy was it Marshallburg?
Yeah. No, North Carolina, down the Course Sound boat. East of Beaufort, you know where Beaufort's at? About 15 miles east of Beaufort, on Course Sound.
Okay, how did you hear about this boat builder?
Well, see, down there, I used to know Harkins, all them places. When I grew up down there, probably knowing the most older men around Morehead and them places. Fishing them Harkins, I don't know, a lot of these fishermen father, I know all the people just about. And I went to different yards. I had 2 or 3 yards of Harkins Island. And the Morehead had a couple of yards. I went to all of them. Well, I ended up going back to Marshallburg. And Mr. Miller built, he allowed me $100 for my lumber. He furnished the rest material. So I built my boat. Then I didn't have enough money to fix it. I had told him to bring it home. Didn't have enough money to pay him for it. I loaned a friend of mine, the same guy in New York. He got tough luck, so I loaned him money. Then when I get my boat, I didn't have enough money. So the man said, well, I trust you. So I brought my boat home. And that's where it all started. And I had a time getting my boat. And then when I went to fix it up, there wasn't no money around, so I went to the bank, borrowed $75 to put a shaft on my boat. I bought a Buick automobile for $15 to get the engine out of it. The man said, drive it home. I said, I don't want the car, I just want the engine. So he took the engine, I brought the engine home. That's what I put in my boat, and I didn't have no money. I borrowed a gas tank to put in my boat. I borrowed a steering wheel. and the man here, my friend, he said, well, I'll do the work for you and pay me when you make it. So that's how I started out with the Albatross, with nothing. And the first summer I fished, I didn't have no chairs. People sat on fish boxes. That's what they sat on. And the more I went out there, the more I got enthused into it. Someone said, well, my father said, why don't you quit messing with it? And the other man said, you're crazy. Well, I was doing something I enjoyed. And I said, the more I went, the more I wanted to go. And of course, I know it wasn't much money in 25 hours a day, but it was a lot then to me, because I just hadn't been making that kind of money. But it wasn't the money altogether. It's just, I was so wrapped up in it.
What year did you start your business?
I was in 30, I started out in 38, 37. I got my boat, I was started to get together in 30. I started really in 37. She stayed at 37. Got
He had a 50th anniversary.
got girl in 37.
Uh-huh.
And then just I got good going good, the war come on. And that killed me for 4 years.
Now, what is that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said the war come, World War II.
Oh, the war.
42, they come and drafted me in the service.
Oh,
Then it wasn't satisfied, they come and take my boat.
who did?
The government.
Coast Guard?
The government seized my boat. Went off with her.